Hi everybody, I'm Kevin Carboni, Creative Director, CEO at Harvest Moon Advertising. And I know what you're thinking. Why are we seeing this guy on the DVD? Well, we have some ideas we want to share with you, and we could write out how excited we are for the chance to work with your college, and you could read it, and all that would be fine, but we think we'd rather show you. And hopefully you'll see why Creative on the Moon is truly different and how we get to it, and most of all, why we're thinking we'd be a good fit for your college. Bear Bryant, the great college football coach, was once asked how he trained his teams year after year, class after class, person after person to follow a system. His answer was brilliantly simple. He said, first I tell them what I'm going to tell them, then I tell it to them, then I tell them what I told them. I think your team's a little savvier than that, but the principle here is kind of the same. We'd like to share with you what we'd like to do for you, and then why we do it the way we do it, and then how we do it the way we do it. And in the end, the idea and the cost and how we go about your work, that's all important, but just as crucial, I think, is having you feel comfortable and confident in our team and its abilities. So, what we'd like to do. The objective here is to create TV broadcasts that, one, increases your brand with a segment of your audience that's 18 to 64 years of age, and two, one that also addresses the other audience, the one where enrollment can be enhanced among 17 to 25-year-olds. This is the same challenge we faced when we were working for Minnesota State College Southeast Technical, who, by the way, has become the fastest rising educational institute in Minnesota. Is it because of our creative and strategy? Yeah. No, not all of it, but some of the creative strategy we used in our past work can be applied for you too. So, Harvest Moon, you said you had an idea for us. What is it? But this is a pretty unique idea, and we designed this idea without first sitting down with you and getting to know your target audience, and that's unique for us. We want to get to know the target audience, who they are, what they're thinking, what we want them to be thinking. We call this phase the Strategic Uncovery Creative Rationale process. And this process gives us all the stuff we need to develop the messaging to resonate with the desired viewer and move them to action. Now, given our experience in this area, we know your audience is new and existing students. They are still consumers though, and as such, they still need to be grabbed by the lapels, have their attention grabbed, and look at the message, think about it, and then act on it. So let me try to set it up this way. Let's see what we got. Have you ever thought about your arms? You know, arms can say a lot without saying anything. Come here, stop, foul ball, no, what is that? No catch or whatever. That way, jazz hands, they can do all sorts of things. What we want the viewer to do with this is to think about their actions as they relate to Western Technical College, and we think we've done it in a unique way. And again, this is an idea, it's not the idea. What I want you to picture is a maroon or red, the color Western Technical College hoodie walking into the scene, much like single cell animation, just like they used to make old cartoons. Now for our purposes, the logo is here, but it wouldn't be here in the TV ad, not yet, okay? Now the voiceover, very matter of fact, as this thing is walking here with a sweep behind it, voiceover says, so, you know where you're going to college? As in, 4-year? Not sure, huh? But you're hoping to find the whole academic experience essential. And getting out and getting to work in 2 years is essential. And knowing you've learned the skills employers want, essential. Well, you're looking for the essential experience. You're looking at Western Technical College. And at which point, then we dissolve the logo on. Then we'd cut to B-roll of students interacting with professors and stills and things like that, and the voiceover would keep going, Western isn't for everybody. Only those looking to have the skills they need to graduate to the real world in 2 years, maybe less. Making the right choice, that's what's essential. That's Western Technical College. Cut back to the sweatshirt and it's doing the I'm the champ type thing. It's essential you find yourself here. Western Technical College, look at it today. Now again, that is an idea. I don't know if it's the idea. It's a good idea. I just don't know if it's the idea. Okay, we get it, Kev. There would be an idea. But now I'd like to tell you why a little moonlight over Western Technical College makes a lot of sense in this case. When the Moon creates anything, but particularly our broadcast work, we design the work to give the client more bang for the buck. This is the good part for you. In other words, stretch the budget. We did this for Southeast Tech, sure, but we also have designed the plan for clients such as Merchants Bank, Two Brothers Power Sports, State Bank Financial, and some others whose work you can access to see. But in this case, we would concept, produce, edit, and write the creative to be not one, not two, but probably 3 commercials. What do I mean? Well, if you went with the sweatshirt concept, and I'm not saying that, again, that is the idea, we would make sure the production and animation, in this case, was simple enough where it would be not much more time to create 2 spots out of the one we planned to do originally. This is done by careful pre-thought into how we make the production more efficient while the editors are still there, or the voiceover talent is there, or whatever that we can do to find the efficiency. So we see more of a series and feel we can do it within your budget. In a worst case scenario, you'd get one main ad and then another designed to have an 8 or 9 second sell portion, which would let you effectively hit specific aspects that you probably want to call out anyway. Enrollment dates, new programs, or messaging to reinforce the significance of Western as you try to gain support for your fall referendum. So that's what we'd like to do for you. And why we want to do it, and now how. Well, my buddy in here would like you to know one thing for sure. Our creative will be different. And it's not creative just for creative's sake. No, we will base the message in sound strategy. But the vehicle it takes, the audience will be unique, kind of like this. For proof or more proof, take a peek at the examples on the link, or better yet, we encourage you to call any of our references about our creative and what it's like to work on the moon. Now, in your case, as in all cases, we used the best production houses in the Midwest, and we purposely did not equip the moon with all the lights and the cameras and the whistles, although we can and do edit. But we wanted to have free reign of the apple orchard, so to speak, to pick the best apple for the job. Who can do comedy? Who can do warm and fuzzy? Who can do animation like this? All that. Another thing to remember is our voice talents are never in this market if we can help it. And I think that's what makes our ads unique. We'd rather have the voice that is so ownness to the client that it's not one you're going to hear on 89 gazillion other ads, or worse yet, bantering with the weatherman about what they did that weekend. We use several talent agencies to audition all our voices and on-air talent. And I think what makes us different is we treat pre-production like a military operation. We know going in what is going to be shot, when it's going to be shot, and how. Thus, for you, the client, there's no surprises, no wasted time. Now, it doesn't mean we ignore spur-of-the-moment inspiration, but we're well planned. So, again, as my buddy and I feel, to let a little moonlight brighten the initiatives for what Western Technical College is trying to do here thrills us greatly. We get broadcast. We get Academia, and hopefully we get to work with you. So, come see how it feels to work on the moon. But for now,